Good evening, good morning, guys. Happy to be here. It's been some time since we made a live training session. Today, I want to share with you the Facebook ad scaling secrets, exactly what's working right now in 2023 for scaling ads, something that you can apply right away. So I'm very excited to share it with you. Some new campaign types on Facebook, which should be like very, very impactful, and also some stuff in general on how to optimize your campaign's performance, how to make sure that you're getting like maximum profitability on your ads. So super excited to share it with you guys. Make sure you like this stream. Make sure you put your comments below if you have any questions. We'll have some time for Q&A. So any like ads related questions, any scaling related questions, please drop them below so that I can help you guys to scale in 2023. Amazing year, recession year for most businesses. It's a downturn for e-commerce, for our space. We've seen less competition, which is awesome, and also the costs on Facebook have gone down. Like, I don't know how it is for you guys. The costs on Facebook, at least for some accounts, have gone down. So we can see that there's less competition for the for the stuff that we do. And so yeah, super excited to share that with you guys. And also we'll share with you one campaign type. Guys, if you use this one campaign type, it will help you to reduce your costs, reduce your CPAs, will help you to be more profitable with your ads. And as you're more profitable with your ads, that's when you can scale, right? So super excited to share that with you guys. Tag your friends, share that with your friends. If you have friends that are in e-commerce space, share it with them, because it will be super impactful. So let's just wait for another like 1 or 2 minutes for more people to join us. We'll show you some specific giveaways, specific things, specific tactical things that you can apply starting today, guys. So just hit a chat. Hello. We have gang lord. So guys, drop the questions. Drop hello in the chat so I can see you're here. You can see me well. You can hear me well. And then we can start in just like 1 minute. Hello. Hey, boss. You are the boss. You are the boss, Hiten. Thank you for joining today. Thank you for coming in. I have a new setup here in the office. Have our team in the office. Good day today. Every day we can, be with our families, healthy. That's a good day. And what's up? Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. Hey, Leandro. What's up, my man? All right, let's wait for another like minute for more people to join us, and then we will get right into it. We will get right into it. All right. Hello. Hey, Dmitry. Hey, Delusha. Cool. All right, guys. How is like, so before we get started, I just want to get like some context. How is like Facebook looking for you this year so far? We are like we're in the second month, almost the third month of this year. How is Facebook looking so far for you guys? How is like, do you see like the performance better than last year, worse than last year? Just let me know in the comments, guys. Just let me know in the comments. How is Facebook looking for you so far this year? Okay. Let me know in the comments, guys. I'm checking here like one of our accounts. Let me see, like 2022. This ad account. This ad account spent $1 million. I'll share my screen. So here. All right, pretty good. We have answers here, so pretty good. Cheap matrix, very good. I'll show you how to double down on that, how to utilize it. Right now, when you have cheap matrix, that's when time to totally abuse it and exploit it, right? And scale. So Hidden has some issues. Zach an issue. Gotcha. Good profitability for Q1 for Landro. That's awesome. All right, I want to share with you my screen, so show you some of the stuff here. And all right, let me see here. I mean, guys, let me know if you can see my screen. So yeah, so here, for instance, spend like $1 million, $1.1 million on ads in last year, and this year so far, it's looking better than last year, which is awesome. This year will probably be like $2 million in this ad account. So definitely good trending for this year. So I want to show you what's working for us and what you can utilize for yourself. Instagram. So do you suggest? All right. So we'll answer some of those questions, guys. I want to show you one campaign type, guys, that if you start utilizing, like maybe you're already utilizing it, but if you're not utilizing this campaign type, right, and it might be available for you or might not be available for you. So I want to share with you guys this. So this campaign type is called Advantage Plus shopping campaigns. Guys, let me know who's using Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, because it might not be available for everyone, right? That's one of those things that Facebook kind of like rolling out gradually, and so it might not be available for everyone. But if you guys have access to it, you might see tremendous results. So guys, let me know who's using Advantage Plus shopping campaigns right now on your Facebook ads. Let me know in the comments. This type of campaign is just like mind-blowing. Like for us at least, it has been very good, right? It has been like pretty much like, the CPAs that we are getting with this campaign type, Advantage Plus shopping. I do highly recommend it. I do highly recommend, guys. Like, let me just show you kind of manage to use them. Leandro says, I've tested it before. It wasn't insanely profitable for my account. When have more data for sure. Yeah, depends on how much data you have. But if you have sufficient amount of data, and more importantly, if you have sufficient amount of creatives, guys, which what we'll get in a second, creative testing, creative sourcing processes, guys, this is like one of those, like, you can call it secrets. Check it out here. Check it out. Managed to use them. Gotten 72x ROAS from a client as well. Insanely crazy. Works with broad target. Creative is important. Yes, creative is the most important element here. But guys, if you manage to use it, I'll just show you basically the whole principle of this setup so that you can see why it makes so much sense. So let me see here. I'll just launch this. So this is
shopping campaigns a try today. We use automation every day in ways to free our time and focus on getting the bigger things done. We're trying to be the most efficient solution they are with a single line engagement and
So the way to set it up, right, is basically, I'll just show you kind of like step by step on how to do it. So here, when you go to your objectives for your ads,
Anniversary ring company as an example. First, you create a new campaign with the sales objective and select Advantage Plus Shop.
so you go to, when you're creating the campaign type, right? You are not choosing the conversions. You're not choosing the like traffic awareness. You're choosing sales specifically, and when you do that, after that you choose the Advantage Plus shopping campaign. And then what happens after that, you can see it's like pretty much like automated in many ways. So something similar to dynamic creative stuff, right? But here a lot of the stuff pretty much is like automated. And because Facebook, it's kind of like one of those tools that, I have a lot of friends that are running like 8-9 figure businesses. This is one of those things that right now is just like top performing for our business, for their businesses, because it has the best, the best results. It has the best optimization, and Facebook pretty much does all of the hard work for you in terms of the optimization for placements, optimization for ad delivery, for like attributions, for the creatives, right? What you have to do though, right? What you have to do, you have to feed it with enough inputs, right? So let me just like stop sharing. So I want to kind of like explain this for you guys in a great detail. I'll just stop sharing my screen. Okay, so what I have to do here is you have to feed it with enough creatives. And so what I would recommend, like, it's feeding it like with, at least like 30, 50, like even more, like 100 creatives. If you can feed it with like 100 different creatives, then it will find the best combinations for showing it, for getting results, for getting conversions at the lowest cost possible, right? So that's what you have to do. Guys, let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if you will be testing this campaign type. Let me know. So that's something, guys, that I highly recommend you test. If you test it, I think you will see tremendous results, because it's one of those things that's like not rolled out to everyone, and that's the advantage, right? If you have it available to you, it means you're special, kind of like you're in a special category of like advertisers. And also that means that not everyone, like, so someone who doesn't spend as much on ads, or maybe is not in this specific like category of like advertisers, they don't have access to it, so it's less competitive. So right now is the time to utilize it. And guys, what I want you to do is, I want you to take advantage of this. I want you to start using it, and just like let me know how the results with this are going. So I think it will be mind-blowing. And you can see here, I don't see the name here, but like 72x ROAS, 72x return on ad spend with this campaign type. So definitely worth testing. So highly recommended for you guys. So that's one, guys. That's that I'll check in with you in 2 weeks. I'll keep you accountable. I'll check in with you, and I'll ask you if you use this campaign type. But then what it will come down to, and here is a very good point, that the creative is very important, right? So what we'll talk about next is the creative sourcing systems and creative testing systems, right? These are some of the things that are like have crucial importance. Even if you might not use this type of campaign, you might not use Advantage Plus, you might not use like any of these like new campaign times that Facebook gives you. Either way, like creatives and how you source creatives and how you test creatives is super important. And so I want to show you guys specific platforms that you can use starting today to source creative for your business on a scale, right? So guys, let me know in the comments who has like a proper like creative sourcing system. right? Either for you, like, or if you work with clients who has a proper creative sourcing system, just let me know in the comments. Just want to see how everyone is going on and doing on that side. So let me know in the comments, guys. Let me know. Who will be in Dubai, by the way? We'll be in Dubai like in a few days. Next week, Affiliate World. I say next week. Next week, Affiliate World. Yes, and who will be in Dubai? Dubai is a place to be. If you're in Europe, like it's a great place to hang around, like to meet some good people. Affiliate World. I mean, they make some of the best like events for e-commerce entrepreneurs, for advertisers, for media buyers. These guys, are gathering some of the best like minds. Some there's people coming there, so you can network, you can learn from other people, you can get feedback from other people, you can see what's working right now. So I highly recommend for you guys to join Affiliate World. It's next week. I don't know if tickets are still available. I'll be speaking there. So I'll be sharing some stuff that's working for us, like on TikTok side. But come in there, guys. Like you will learn so much. It will be mind blowing. It's one of those events that you're thinking like years from it, like, oh, this event was like life changing. So highly recommend. And if you're there, just come see me somehow. Like say hi, message me or on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, just DM me. Maybe we'll connect. We'll overlap somewhere during the event. And we will chat. All right. So let me see here. All right. Cool. All right. So we have here hidden. So currently just starting, that got 1K sales with 30 ROAS. Not all will be delivered. Okay, got it. But suppliers saying with damage, low quality. I mean, it seems like you have some product market fit. 30x ROAS is pretty decent. And overall, I mean, Indian market, I mean, if you guys like from some of the other countries, like not from the major countries, and you're not planning to sell like in big four, some of those markets, you don't have to be even that good as an advertiser to do very well because the competition is lower. So markets like Indian market, you can do extremely well. If you operate it, obviously you need to have a good product so that people actually accept it. It's cash on delivery market. And so that's something that you have to kind of like evaluate. Okay, which markets I can get into, which markets I can have the competitive advantage at, right? So if you can have the competitive advantage in India market because you know the language, you can like the barrier of entry is a lot lower. Because if it's like a, let's say, United States market, right? If say you're selling in US market, super competitive, right? Now if you figure it out, you can achieve like massive scale. Like you can scale to like 8 figures, like with Facebook ads like alone. That's what we managed to do, like pretty much mostly driven by Facebook. Whereas like in smaller markets, let's say you're from Sweden, right? It will be harder for you to scale to like 8 figures like in revenue unless you're selling many products, because the market overall is smaller, but at the same time it's less competitive. So there are like pros and cons of going after those markets. People always asking me like, Alex, like which markets I should sell in? Should I go international? Should I go like European markets? And I always say like evaluate your strong sides and weak sides, right? And also consider that in Europe you have all of these kind of like VAT like loopholes. People trying all these like VAT loopholes, and you have to structure it like in the right way. And even then, it's kind of like grayish area. That's why, like for me personally, big four. Big four markets are the best, right? People have buying capacity. As long as you figure out the marketing, you can do very well, right? Marketing is like one of the biggest things. How do you differentiate from your competition? And also, you can achieve like a massive scale if you if you figure it out. And also you become like a better marketer, better entrepreneur, because someone who can advertise profitably, can scale their brand in like big four, It's a totally different skill set level than for someone to do well in even in German market, right? Or in a Swedish market, right? Because the level of competition there, the level of expectation is kind of like lower than in US market. So if you can make it here, you can make it almost in like in any market. So that's what I've noticed. Like we've made some good volume in European markets, and it's been so easy. It's been so easy. But then also there's like other like logistical changes, like the payment processors and stuff like that. So that's what I would recommend. So check it out here. So in the market is not for outsider. 50% RTO. What is like RTO? Right? RTO 40-60%. It's easy to do sales here, but really hard to stay profitable. Ah, yeah, I would figure it out like US market. Like if I were you guys, like I would try to make it here. Massive market, massive buying capacity. That's what I always recommend. All right, guys. So next thing I wanted to kind of like cover, that's like one of the things that also stops people from scaling. I want to share with you my screen, and I want to show you this very simple framework. By the way, guys, if you want this whole document, we have this whole like document on KPIs, and I want to kind of like break down like why most people never scale, right? And it's a lot easier than most people think. Most people think like, oh, it's like product is too competitive. Oh, it's like it's too saturated. Oh, the product is not winning product. So I want to show you very simple like framework that I'm using to make decisions and to so very simple here, right? So I don't know, guys, if you can see my screen. This is very simple decision making framework that I'm using to evaluate pretty much like any product and make almost like any product work. Obviously, there's certain products that you simply cannot make work and cannot make profitable. But this framework, guys, let me know if you can see my screen. Just let me know. Like, drop in the comments if you can see my screen. This framework here will help you to will allow you to pretty much scale like heavy. Like so the framework here is you can see, right? Like if we have issue, for instance, on Facebook ads, right? Usually the way I see it is very simple. If your ads have like lower than 3% click-through rate, and this is kind of like I try to make it as consolidated and as general as possible because there are different niches and niches are more competitive. But in general, if your click-through rate is less than 3%, and then your cost per click is more than $1, and then when you're looking at your average watch time, if you're using videos and it's less than 10 seconds, it means your ads suck. And if your ads suck, it's a good thing because like now you know that you have to change it. And now you know that the specific, you can see I have exactly the solutions, guys. Like let me know KPI in the comments. I'll send the whole document that covers this whole like process. But the solution here is to test another video, test another cool hook, test another copy, test another angle, test thumbnails, right? So make your ads work on the front end, right? If you're not getting these metrics, right? And then at the same time, you are looking at your competition or you're modeling someone that is killing it, that's advertising a lot, that just means your ads are not competitive and your ads suck, right? But that's a good thing because like now, okay, my ads suck. I have to work on these three things. If you work on these three, you make it work, you make these metrics here. Now you have something scalable. Guys, let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. This simple framework, every single time we launch a new product, we launch a new project, we launch a new store, we launch a new funnel, we use this framework to make decisions. We'll look at the data for scaling. So we see it, but if you take off the comment from the background, we can see it much better. Let me see. Maybe I can zoom in for you guys because I really want you to. All right. So here. All right, so let me see. Okay, and I'll try to zoom in for you as well. Let me do it. I'm here for you guys. Okay, so guys, let me know if you can see me, if it's better. It should be better now, right? So I literally zoomed in. So it's Facebook ads, right? So this is where the the issues. If you have issues here on the Facebook, you look at these very simple metrics: click-through rate, CPC, average watch time. Now, if you wanted to go like even one step deeper, there is a thumbnail stop ratio, and there is like retention ratio, right? So that is the ratio of, let's say you have 1,000 impressions, right? How many of those have watched like a 3 seconds? So let's say you watch like, if you have like 3 second views of, let's say, 100 people, 3 second views, right? But then you had 1,000 impressions, right? So let's say you have like, just for simplicity purposes, right? Actually, I'll share it with you guys here. I learned it from one great marketer. His name is Marin Istvanich. Like if you don't follow this guy on if you don't follow this guy on Twitter, like you're missing out. Super smart guy. So there is thumbnail stop. Let me just thumbnail stop ratio. Scroll stop. Okay, 1 second. Scroll stop. Scroll. Okay, I'm trying to find this. So scroll stop ratio. There's a scroll stop ratio, and there is Marin Istvanich. Like, how do I share this? Marin Istvanich. Okay, I'll find him on Twitter and I'll share my screen with you guys. This guy is a G. Like, here, I'll share my screen. This guy is a G. He's running ads for brands like Udi, like another very cool brand. So that's his name on Twitter here. You follow this guy. Very smart guy. Right? So let me see here. He had this breakdown he shared with me. And since then we are using it in our business, like to evaluate the so that's his name on Twitter. Just follow him on Twitter. He's sharing a lot of good stuff. And so there's a ratio of I want to find it. I want to find it so bad. Like 1 second, guys. I want to share it with you because I think it will, like, once you get it, you get it, right? Once you get it, so the same way. Like I was like, oh, gee, that makes so much sense. It's like, okay, so how many people? Yeah, exactly. Marin is 20s. That's a guy. Now I don't know. Maybe he learned it from someone else. I don't know. We all learn from each other. Like I don't know if he invented this shit, or that was something that he learned from someone else. I don't know, but anyways, he made it like really understandable. He made it like really, really understandable. And okay, so scroll stop. Okay. You know how it happens sometimes? You want to find something, and like for some reason you can't find it, and it's so like scroll stoppers. Let me see here. Scroll stoppers. Anyways, okay, I'll find it later. I'll share with you guys. These are two metrics. Like, so one of them is pretty much your the number of like 3 second viewers, 3 second viewers divided by the impressions. So let's say you had like 100 3 second viewers divided by 1,000 impressions, right? Which means like 10%. So 10% of people who have seen your ads watched 3 seconds of your video, right? Which is not so good, right? Ideally, you want to aim for like 30% or so. So let's say your ads have been shown to 1,000 people, and then 300 of them watch for 3 seconds. Right now, you know that your ads are good enough to stop the person from actually scrolling and to start watching your ads, right? Okay, so now it's good. But then the second metric is the retention. Okay, so how many like 75% viewers you have, right? You divide by number of uh, you divide by number of the yeah, oh, got it, I found it, yay, I found it. All right, check it out, guys, and I'll share my screen. Like, take a screenshot. This is so good, and for some reason I cannot. Okay, guys, let me know if you can see my screen. I will try to zoom in. I can't zoom in. Like, why I can't zoom in? I don't know. Okay, I'll make it large. Okay, can I make it even larger? Can I zoom it in? No, I can't even zoom in. But it's anyway. So thumb stop ratio. It's 3-second video views divided by impressions. So here we're aiming for 30%, and then it's a hold rate. And hold rate should be 75% views divided by 3-second views. And here we are aiming for 25%. So now, if your metrics are like not there, far from it, let's say if your hold rate is only like 10%, right? Now you know that after 3 seconds of your ad, your content is not engaging enough to keep someone watching, right? Or at the same time, if you see that your 3-second views divided by impressions are only like 10%, then you know that your ads are not good in the first 3 seconds to keep someone let me see here, can't post, fuck, how do I share this with you guys, to keep someone watching. And so now it's become super easy, right? Because you're making decisions based on the data, right, that's coming in. So I'll drop it here, guys. If you're in our Facebook group is called brand hypergrowth, right? Hypergrowth, like for your brand. So I'll share my screen so you guys, you can find it on share my screen here. Go brand hypergrowth. So here, right, just join our group. I dropped it here, right? Thumb stop ratio. It's 3-second video views divided by impressions, and then so here we are aiming for like 30%, and then the hold rate, which is 75% video views divided by 3 seconds, right? Also, guys, here on Facebook, I'll drop the same resource for Advantage Plus campaigns, so you can check it out here. So everything is here, guys. Make sure you join our community called Brand Hypergrowth. So here, I'll stop sharing. Guys, let me know if that makes sense. That shit is so powerful. Like, if you start first, like, right, like you're utilizing the right type of campaigns, that's already like win by itself, right? Second, you utilize the data-driven decisions to see if your ads are good enough to be scalable, right? Because you can only scale your ads if they're good enough. If your ads are shit, then they're not scalable. Then you have to come back, evaluate the data, right? That's why people say like, oh, how much do I have to spend on Facebook ads? I mean, you have to spend like few dollars on Facebook ads because Facebook gives you the data very early, right? If your ads suck from day one, they will not stop being like highly profitable if you continue running shitty ads, right? So That gives you, and these metrics, guys, like will give you the understanding, beyond like other metrics like click-through rate, cost per click, all of these metrics, guys, that I have showed you, right? So now you have a data-driven approach for scaling, and that's the only approach that actually working, right? If you're using this, because then let's say you dialed in your Facebook ads, you're clicking, people are watching, right? Like all of these metrics are laid out, all of these metrics are everything is going so well, right? But then if people going to the website, and for some, like you have the ratio between link clicks to content use, you have some drop off there, right? And then you have people who actually viewed the content, or people who clicked to the website, and there is like only 1% of them adds product to the cart. So then you have put your add to cart button above the fold. You have to improve the product description. You have to visuals. You have to implement pop-up with a discount, right? Guys, and comment KPI below so we can share the whole cheat sheet on this, the whole like framework on how to make these data-driven decisions. Because once you start making the data-driven decisions, your business will never be the same. Because then, like, even if something doesn't work, you know that all you have to do is address certain elements in this ecosystem. Okay, so if drop-off is here, you have to address Facebook. If issue is here, you have to address your the things here, improve the speed on the website, target more developed countries. And if your issue is in the cart and you see people are not converting, then cart abandonment sequences, welcome email series. You can even call customers who abandon checkouts and close them on the phone, right? Have your customer support agents do that. So add SMS solution like SMS bump. Guys, if you start making these kind of decisions based on data, like your business will never be the same. Like this is how most people, I mean, all the people that are continuously doing good numbers, consistently doing good numbers, consistently growing year over year, they're looking at the data. And most entrepreneurs are not looking at the data. They're hoping. They're launching some ads and they have this like hope strategy. It's like hopefully this product works. Or let me test 100 products and I'll find like one winner. No, you fucking won't. You fucking won't. You'll find like one product, one winner, even if it works for a day or two. Like you make like, okay, you make $100,000. Was it data-driven decision? It wasn't. It was purely like, hey, let's just throw the shit against the wall, right, and see what sticks. Guys, that is not a viable business strategy. So that's why the more data-driven decisions you can have, Instagram, the more data-driven decisions you can have in your business, the better your business will be doing. So again, guys, I see some of you commented KPI. Just comment KPI. DM me if you're on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, just DM me KPI. I'll send you these resources. I'll send you some of these, some of the things that you can implement starting like right away to scale this year. Like I'm thinking about this. It's like, okay, if I'm an entrepreneur, right? And obviously Q4 is the best kind of like time of the year, like for e-commerce businesses, most of the cases, right? That's where like you make a lot of revenue, a lot of profit. If you want to have amazing Q4 in 2023, you have to start preparing now. Like you have to start working on it now. If you want to make like 2023 better than 2022, you have to start working on it now. And probably if your 2022 wasn't as good as you expected, maybe you have to make different decisions that you made in 2022 to make 2023 your better year, right? And so this is something, guys, that you can start using right away. These things that I shared with you. And one last thing that I wanted to share with you is something that you can use for your creative sourcing system, right? I won't have time to go today like through the content testing, but here, for instance, you have the this platform called Join Brands, right? This platform is phenomenal because literally if you don't have any like Oh, it's like you have new brand. Oh, it's like I don't know any influencer. Oh, I don't know like what templates to use to message content creators. You don't have to, right? You can use this platform, and there are other platforms like this, but this is just like one that you can start like right away. So videos from $60, images from $50, $15. If your images on the website, like the images that you took from AliExpress or some stock images, just get some fucking good images, get some good visuals, like, and it won't cost you much. So images from $15. You can also have here, you can see like different categories of content that you can source. You can even source like full TikToks, right? Like, so this is like the TikToks that you can source. There's like creators literally that you can send your product to, and they can send you back the content ready to use, right? So literally, it's so simple. It's like $100 for TikTok video that you can repurpose, you can use. If you want a product review, it's $60. It's $60 for a product review. This stuff sells, right? Because people buy from people. And if you're not using like UGC in your business right now, or you don't have the system to use UGC, then you have to start working on it like today. Because most people like they get like one winning ad, like they go, oh, I have this like winning ad, like I've been running this, how long have you been running this winning ad? Oh, I've been running this winning ad for like 6 months. Guess what fucking happens next month? Your winning ad will start dropping in performance. So if you don't consistently test new ads on the back end to compensate for and to find new winners, then guess what happens next month? Guess what happens 2 months from now? Guess what happens 3 months from now? So that's why the content is so like important, guys. Like as I showed you, even with Advantage Plus, like Facebook, like on a silver fucking plat. I mean, guys, we hate on Facebook, right? Sometimes like they're like unreasonable and they're giving us like fucking headache. And you know how it is with Facebook. Like sometimes they're banning stuff for no reason, or their support is fucking impossible to reach. But then let's say these type of campaigns, guys, it's money. These type of campaigns is money, right? And now considering, if we are in a business that's like, I mean, almost all of us, like unless you have some hyper like patented special product, we're in a commodity business. Commodity. And so in a commodity business, like when you and I, we have the same product, who will be able to build the business and grow the business? The person who sells the best. The best marketer will win. And that's just pure fucking math. And just like why Elon Musk is selling more Teslas than other fucking car manufacturers. Not because the cars are better. Like, I mean, Tesla's, it's like, I'm not a big fan of Tesla as a car, but because he's a better fucking marketer, right? So what you have to is you have to become a better marketer, and for that you have to understand the context in which you're operating, and the context in which you and I are operating is a content where you need to have like a lot of custom UGC content, visuals, influencers, content creators, angles, hooks. So if you're not like proactively working on it, I can fucking guarantee that your competitor who will put you out of business, they're working on it, right? And they're like gradually getting like market share, gradually getting advantage of ads, gradually getting skill, and they'll be able to scale faster. So but let's make that to be you, right? Like let's build that stuff for your business. So if you don't have like content sourcing, content testing system, right, advertorials in your business, then it will be pretty hard for you to scale. Advertorials, like another advantage, right? How do you use the advantage? How do you use the landing pages that give you the pre-framing that click, right? Making that click more qualified before person even sees your product, how much it costs, giving person more context, giving person the story about your product, right? I want to show you guys, if you're not familiar with the concept of like advertorial, I want to show you what that is. And so let me just show you here. All right. So for instance, right? So this is one of the types. This is one. This one probably not the best example. 1 second. Let's do this one. And everyone knows this one, right? You guys don't know, like you probably should know. So Javi, right? So Javi, like so this is where traffic been driven from Facebook. Like 8 reasons why coffee lovers bum 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 are obsessed with this. Is like new concept for coffee. It's in a bottle instead of just like in beans or anything like that, right? So this is the example of advertorial. This is just one format. Right? There's so many different formats for advertorials that you can use and you should be using. And so now, if you're not using it, someone who is into growing their business and who is more committed, they're using it, right? So now, let's say you get 2% conversion rate, they're getting 3% conversion rate, right? Who can buy more traffic? They can buy, right? If your click-through rate is 2%, their click-through rate is 3%, right? Who can buy more traffic? They can buy. If your click-through rate is like 5%, their click-through rate is 2%, who can buy more traffic? You can buy, right? So you can put yourself in a position to win, but that has to be done proactively, right? And that has to be done by focusing on the right elements of the process. Guys, let me know if that makes sense. It's I know it's kind of like there's quite a few moving parts, and I'll answer some of the questions. Here, guys. For you, we have a few minutes left. So I'll answer that. So just drop the questions. Let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if that was valuable. I really hope it was. And I'll answer some of the questions for you guys here. So what creatives work best for Facebook ads? UGC only or a combination of UGC and non-UGC? Very good question. What you have to understand is like, and kind of like get very good understanding of is who's your customer, right? So that's number one factor. And number two is you have to test different formats, right? So for instance, like if you are selling to older population, like 45, 55 plus, you might be using even like VSL kind of like format of the ads, like 2-3 minute ads, even 10-minute ads, right? Built with stock content, built with content that pretty much builds a lot of pain for the potential buyer, and then introduces your product as a solution via sell kind of ads, right? However, if you're selling to younger demographics, then probably you can get away with like UGC or edited UGC or mashups of UGC or even funny videos from TikTok. What we have seen working recently is funny TikToks used as ads, and then gradually just like introducing the product, or not even introducing the product, but leading the person to the advertorial with like 5 reasons to buy, or let's say comparison of 5 alternatives of products in the same niche, right? So the conversion mechanisms there matters a lot, as much as the UGC or what's on the front end. So you have to break it down into 2 kind of different parts, right? So first is the creative. How qualified is that click? How much do you qualify? Do you have to qualify it a lot, right? And then the conversion mechanism, which is your funnel, which is your advertorial, which is your order form, which is like how much you're selling there, and also like how you're monetizing the economics of it and the AOV and the bundles and stuff like that. So whether the economics of that would work if you start driving more traffic. So these are 2 different parts that you have to dial in. So first is like creative sourcing, creative testing system. And the second, the biggest variable, is the advertorial. How qualified is that click? How many different angles do you do you test? How many different angles do you introduce? And then once you find the angle that's working, can you double down on it, right? And maximize the AOV, the conversion rate, so you can scale on that front end. So that's what I would consider. These are the things that I would evaluate, and then pretty much build like a custom, like custom approach, right? Because like what you can do is you can take some UGC, for example, right? But then where do you take that UGC? Where that click goes? You can have the best UGC on planet Earth, but if it goes on a regular product page that's shitty, that's not optimized for conversion, that's not pre-qualifying that click, it doesn't matter how good your UGC is, right? So that's why both of these elements need to be considered. So that's what I would recommend. Great question, Musti. Do you use ChatGPT and Midjourney for your Facebook ads? We're using like not to the extent that we want to, but right now we're starting to use more and more. Also, there is I wanted to share with you some of the tools, guys, that you can try to use for like video editing and video generation. So I'll share those on our community, guys. Again, brand hypergrowth on and on Facebook, right? Like make sure you join our community because I just shared there some of the things that some of the tools, AI tools specifically, that you can utilize to so here I'll share it here. So yeah, you have to join our there are different AI tools that you can use for video editing, for copywriting even, and those tools I just shared with you on the Facebook group. So make sure you join our Facebook group so that we can so that you can check out those tools. So here, share it again. Copywriting, video editing, video generation. There are different tools that you can use. All right, and then I'll answer this one question, guys, and then we'll probably have to wrap up. So which online bank do you recommend for e-commerce? I mean, Mercury is pretty good. So if you're on Instagram, just DM me on Instagram. We'll get you so with Mercury. Let me see. I think I even had some special, like some special deal for people that come from me, like from Mercury. Let me see here. Let me see. All right, here, yeah, I got it. So yeah, it's pretty cool solution. I would recommend you guys are using it. So I'll drop it here. So Martin, how can European sellers? I'll answer. Okay, I'll answer this one, and that will be. So Mercury, yeah, check it out. Check out Mercury. Like Mercury is like it's a great solution. So avoiding VAT, what a good topic to discuss. So it's hard. What I can tell you is this: how European sellers avoid VAT on ads, but yes, you probably can advertise through like US entity, but then you also have to make sure that the laws in your country, I don't know what country you're from, but that the laws of your countries do not enforce you to have the pay like VAT, like even if your company is like abroad, right? So there are different countries that have different like regulations, and what I'm observing is that overall the regulation on VAT is like tightening and tightening and tightening, and so and people have all of these loopholes. They have like the company in Dubai, and then they have company in Hong Kong, and then like all of these like very sophisticated like solutions. But think about this, these governments like in European Union, they're not stupid. Like they see what people are doing, right? So what you have to do is obviously you can pay VAT and like, but that's like 20% of your revenue. That's just that's hard. I mean, hard to make it work like economically. So what I would recommend, like, move into the country where you can have, let's say, LLC, right? But then you would have to sell like in the United States, right? Or you have to sell in other markets where there is no VAT in the first place, so that you won't be liable for it. Because a lot of people have been like avoiding VAT. I know a lot of people that like live in Dubai and like living fucking high and like avoiding VAT, and they think they're like fucking cheating the government. Like, guess fucking what happens? Guess fucking what happens over time, right? Like, government's like, huh? How the fuck these people are using? Do you think Klarna wouldn't report to the fucking government how much each merchant is producing in revenue? Do you think they wouldn't go after like people who've generated a lot of volume? If they can collect like €500,000 from you, do you think they wouldn't fucking go after it? Like, they'll go like fucking easily. And so what I would do is, like, I would see kind of like how you can legitimize like your business, because this is not like a viable like strategy for long term, right? And like, I know a lot of people, I know some people that are getting fucked with it, and this is just the beginning. You will see some of the people, some of the drop shippers that living high in Dubai, living high, you're fucking jail, like fucking Andrew Tate, like, so that's the fucking reality. So exactly, VAT on ads. Look in some other countries, incorporate. Like, I moved, like, one of the reasons I moved to United States is like for having access to the merchant processing, not having to deal with all this like VAT stuff, not having to deal with a lot of bureaucracy. I mean, there's a lot of bureaucracy here as well, but it's less than in Europe. So what you have to do is you have to build your plan. Okay, so what is your plan? Make money, right? Relocate to better country, better place, right? Establish your country in the better place, right? For that, I mean, I can give you like a like legal advice on this. But then you have to like talk with people. Just DM me on Instagram. Maybe I'll have some context I can share with you. And find a way to go from semi-legal stuff, like a lot of these people, to fully transparent legal, paying taxes, because that's the only way. Like, if you want to grow the business, like, and sleep well at night, that's the only way to do it. If you want to hide and like make few $1 million, but then like don't know like where whether like you'll get knocked like one fucking day, that's not, from my perspective at least, that's not like, some people appreciate that. Some people live with that and they enjoy it, but they they can rent like a Lambo in Dubai, and that makes them happy. So if you're that kind of person, probably you wouldn't stick until here, like until like the end of this presentation, of this training. So I don't think that's you, but for people that you know don't appreciate the legal way of running their business. All right, so yeah, so the answer here, VAT on ads, yeah, that's fucking crazy. First, yeah, establish company in country that doesn't have that, right? If you need to, find a way to move to that country, right? Or move to the country that doesn't have these like liabilities, like legal liabilities. Get rid of like your EU like residentship, because they'll go after it. Like, they'll go after it. Like, if they'll find a way to charge you with this like all of this like unpaid VAT, like they'll find a way to do it. And maybe not now, maybe not today, right? But like in a few years, they'll start digging. Klarna is reporting, like, okay, so these merchants generate like millions of dollars. Okay, so yeah, that's on that. Just keep it up, keep it clean, keep it clean. All right, how to get Klarna as non-EU resident? I think there are people that selling Klarna accounts, right? Um, Yeah, there's people that selling like Klarna accounts. You probably want to be in some of the communities where there's a lot of entrepreneurs from Europe. But then again, consider the legal side of this, right? Do you want to make these like house of cards systems, like with different countries, different, one company pays another, and like Hong Kong and Dubai, like all these people? Do it. You want to make it like cleaner, then you'd probably have to sell in like Big Four or some of these other countries. So, what is a good CPC in 2023? I mean, I always use $1 as a benchmark. Like for me, it's like $1 is a benchmark. If you can get like $1, and then if you can get your conversion rate to be like 3, 4, 5%, you have something very scalable, right? But you can make it work even with lower CPC, right? As long as your conversion rate is good, because like if your CPC is $5, but your website converts at like 10%, and your average order value is like $200, then you can make economics of it work, right? So all of these metrics need to be considered in the context, but for general kind of like idea, I like to use $1 per click as a benchmark. So all right, guys, so yeah, we'll be wrapping up. Thank you so much for joining this session. Now, as I mentioned, like the main three things, if you put these things in place, you will have tremendous like 2023. These three things are content sourcing, content testing system, advertorials, making data-driven decisions, and utilizing the campaign types that are optimized for profitability, like Advantage Plus shopping campaigns. So that's what you have to do. I shared these resources, guys, in our group called Brand Hypergrowth. So again, I'll share it with you. Make sure you join this group on Facebook. It's called Brand Hypergrowth. It's here. So make sure you join it, and we'll share all these resources are attached here. I will also share with you here the no, I probably cannot attach it. Anyways, so yeah, some of the resources here, guys. So if you need help putting all of this together, putting all of this together, just DM me ESS or comment ESS, or no, better like just DM me on Instagram. This is my only Instagram. It's called Alex Faratov with 3F at the end. If you're on Instagram, you probably know. So here, it's called, that's my only Instagram. That's my only Instagram. If someone else like is messaging you like from another account, not from this account of mine, just tell them to fuck off. Tell them to fuck off. Like, don't give them any money. Like, tell them to fuck off. This is my only account. DM me there. I'll see how I can help you. And DM me ESS there, because it's it's a program that we specifically designed for entrepreneurs who want to put the advertorial, testing system, creation system, testing system, content sourcing system, and creative testing system. So these three things you dial in, like you will have tremendous 2023. And right now it's February, almost March. It will take some time to put it all together, but when you do, right, you'll have a tremendous advantage, because like you'll be continuously testing new ads. Some of those ads will become winners. Some of those ads you can scale with. You'll be continuously testing new advertorials. Some of those advertorials will be massive winners. Some of those advertorials you'll scale in like Q4. You'll have tremendous year, profitable year, super profitable fucking year. So that is something that you have to start putting together right now. So you can do it by yourself, but if you need help with that, if you want to be in an environment where we give you all of the resources, all of the template, literally guidance, from our team on how to put it together, how to make it work, how to read the data, how to make decisions, all of those things putting together, like literally getting done in 1-2 months, getting done what otherwise would take you like 3, 6, like 12 months, like shortcutting that learning curve, getting that faster momentum, focusing on the right things, reading the data, evaluating the data, making data-driven decisions. Guys, this is the best place to be. So DM me ESS. If you're looking for help with that, we have a tremendous community of entrepreneurs, some heavy hitters. Like, we have amazing people in our community. So I'm super pumped about that, and having you in our community, especially if you're already like doing some numbers, you want to take it to the next level, that's for you. If you're just starting out, then our community, Brand Builders Academy, will show you the foundations you need to scale, get that initial momentum, get your business like 20, 30 like K per month. and from there you already can scale with like advertorials. But first you need the proper like validation. You need to understand the data, you need to read the data. So getting that initial momentum, that's our brand builders academy. So if you're starting out, DM me BBA. If you already have momentum, want to scale, DM me ESS on Instagram, ideal on Instagram, so I can help you there. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked it. Here on our community, Brand Hypergrowth, you can find all of these resources. Just find Brand Hypergrowth on Facebook. We'll send it your way. Or if you're on Instagram, just let me know whatever resources I shared here, so we can send them your way, and we'll see how we can help you. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you. Bye, guys. And see you in Dubai. Whoever's in Dubai, guys, I'll see you there. Find me, like DM me, and let's connect. So thank you, guys. I'll see you maybe next week or the week after. We'll keep you posted.